Hello everyone, thank you so much for joining me at Lisa B Pilates. This is your 20-minute back care session. So we're going to come into 4-point kneeling, wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. And we're going to round the back, drop the head and lower the belly, chest through, head up. So really articulating the spine. Cat-cow is great to get some flexibility in the back. So round in the back and lowering the belly. We're going to be focusing on bringing some strength to the glutes, flexibility in the back and the hamstrings, and a little bit of core work. So nice easy breath. A neutral spine. Now pull the belly in, so engage the core, belly button to spine. We're going to extend the left leg and the right arm, lengthen, squeezing the bottom, warming up those glutes. Then swap over, right leg, left arm. Inhale as you lift, exhale, lower, inhale, lift, exhale, lower. Keep pulling the tummy muscles in. That's really important to keep the core engaged. And you want to be looking down at the mat as you're doing this. I'm having a little look around. There was quite a little bit of nature going on that day. A little bit of geese running around. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Squeezing the bottom. Really get a nice extension with the leg. Tummy muscles in the whole time. So this is bird dog. This is just to warm up the whole posterior chain of the body. Keeping the belly in. Keeping the hips parallel to the mat. So you imagine that you have a glass of water. And then we're going to open the knees and just take a stretch back. Relax the shoulders and just take a few breaths here. Stretching the whole spine. This should feel nice. And then coming back up into 4-point kneeling. So we're going to take your right leg back, straighten it out, lift it up for 8, 7. Now really squeeze the bottom. 6, belly in. 5, no movement in the lower back. 4, really straighten that leg. 3, 2, 1. Now hold, bend the knee, flex the foot. Little pulses again, strengthen the glutes for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Belly in, arms straight. 7, 8. Then bend the knee again, knee out to the side, directly out to the side for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Keep pulling the tummy muscles in. 7, 8. Good. Let's go to the other side. Left leg back, point the toe up and down for 8. So don't use momentum as you're doing this. Don't swing the leg. You're using the glute to lift. Glute and hamstring are working. Keep going, pointing that toe, belly in, arms strong. Hold it up. And we're going to bend the knee, flex the foot. Little pulses, little lifts in the knee for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Little pulses, 8. Then knees next to each other, directly out to the side for 1. Lift that knee. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good. So just warming up the glutes there. Weak glutes really add to the problems with back pain. And then just puppy dog stretch. So lower yourself down. Imagine the chest coming to the mat. Forehead might go down. Bottom stays sticking up on this one. Relax the shoulders. Just take a few deep breaths. And come back up. So we're going to take the right leg back, left leg back into plank. You can either hold plank or drop the knees as I'm doing. So relax the shoulders and just a little modified plank. Just hold, drawing the belly in. So bring in some strength to the core. Keep pulling the belly button in towards the spine. We're not holding it too long. And come around to a seated position. So bring your left leg forward, right leg back. And then we're going to place our left hand down. Now bring our right arm over for a stretch. And now you're going to rotate and look behind you. And again, we're going to stretch over. You can sit cross-legged if this mermaid position is really challenging for you. And you're really trying to look behind you on that rotation. Getting that flexibility in the back is so important for back care and back health. Good, really rotate, threading under that arm. Got one more. And reach. And then just go to the other side, which will be a more intense stretch. And then swap sides. So bring the right leg forward. So you want your right leg forward, right hand on the mat. Bring that left arm up and over. And then rotate, looking behind you. So it might feel like quite an intense stretch when you come into that rotation. Keep breathing. Good, keep going, you're doing really well. Rotating, looking behind you. One more. Good. And then we're going to come over, take that other stretch, other side, a little bit more intense. And then we're going to be lying down on our back, bend the knees, place your feet on the mat. Keep the pelvis neutral. Relax the shoulders, hands by your hips. So left leg tabletop, right leg tabletop, tummy muscles are in the whole time, going for toe taps. And down. Good. One leg off, other leg off, both into tabletop. Place one foot down, nice and gentle, other foot down. No momentum here. Keep pulling the tummy muscles in. And you can always stay with this version when we go into toe taps. So stay in here, legs in tabletop, really pulling the belly in into toe taps. Just tapping one toe down at a time. Don't bounce off the mat. Keep it nice and controlled. This is your core working. I know your legs are moving, but you're pulling your tummy muscles in the whole time. Keep those shoulders relaxed. Tapping the foot onto the mat, nice and gentle. Keep the leg bent the whole time. You're not straightening the leg. This is just a very gentle core exercise. Keep breathing. Keep the shoulders relaxed. And you might, because you're moving your legs, you might forget about your core. So keep your focus on pulling your belly button in towards your spine. You should be feeling your core working here, not the hip flexors. Good. Now lift the head and shoulders, going into single leg stretch. Pull the shin in, extend the other leg. Looking towards the legs, not the sky. Pulling the belly in again. This is the core working. Try and get both shoulders off the mat. Just a few more. Get a nice extension with that leg. Point the toe and rest down. Pull your left knee in. Back stretch. Take that left knee, pull it over to the right with the right hand. Look to the left. So lovely lower back stretch here. Just breathe. Relax the core because you're just stretching. This is a really good back stretch to do if you ever get any pain in the lower back. And then right knee and extend the left leg down. Pull that knee over to the left side of the body, look to the right. And you want to try and keep both shoulders down on the mat. So the knee might not touch the floor on the other side of the body. So coming back, bend the knees, feet on the mat. Feet are hip distance, they're not touching. So lift your head and shoulders for a crunch. And rest down. Inhale. Exhale as you lift, belly in. Just gentle crunches. Again, this is your core working. You're going to hover the hands, lift the shoulders. Exhale, look towards the legs as you come up. Keep that space between the chin and chest. Exhale as you lift the shoulders off the mat. Rest down in between. And lift. And lifting off the mat. Good. And exhale as you lift, tummy muscles in. Exhaling as you lift, pull the belly button in towards the spine, rest down in between. And now hands behind the head, open the elbows, feet together, knees to the left, and really open that right elbow into the ground. So again, just a lower back stretch. Knees up and over. Push that left elbow into the mat. Twisting through the torso, chest is shining up towards the sky. And then feet back to hip distance, hands by your hips. Relax the shoulders going into glute bridges. So peel the spine off the mat. Now squeeze your bottom and peel back down. And lift, feet are hip distance, knees are nice and still and parallel. Make sure as you lift the spine and the bottom off the mat, Make sure that the knees are not falling out to the side or caving in. And you keep the head down, keep looking up towards the sky. Squeezing the bottom, lifting. Good, really feeling those glutes working, those hamstrings are working. Really simple shoulder bridges here, or glute bridges, however you like to call them. Really simple for getting that mind-body connection with the glutes. Really squeeze the bottom. Now cross the left ankle onto that right thigh, and now single leg glute bridges. Just stay with 2 feet on the mat if this is a little bit much. Going for 3. Pushing through that right foot on the mat. 4. Squeezing the bottom. 5. 6. 2 more. 7. 8. Good. And then swapping over. Or again, both feet on the mat. Lift for 1. 2. Pushing through that left foot. 3. Really squeeze. 4. If it gets a bit crampy, just stretch. 5. 6, keep squeezing, 7, last one, 8, good. Now uncross the legs. You're going to place that left ankle for a figure of 4 glute stretch. That might be enough, or you might lift that right foot off the mat and either grab your hamstring or your shin if you can. But you might need to stay with that right foot on the mat for that first version. So now you should be feeling this left in the left side, the glute and the hip. Just relax, breathe into it. This is a really good stretch for the glutes. And just change sides, right ankle onto the left. You can stay there or lift the left foot, hamstring or shin. And the head might need to be off the mat, that's okay. Just keep breathing. Pulling that shin in, feeling that right side stretching out. Keeping the shoulders relaxed. And just gently come out of that. And then pull both knees in and just take a rock from side to side. And then coming up to a seated position. So coming into a forearm plank, elbow under your shoulder, lift your lower ribs away from the mat and keep your hips facing forward. So now we're going to go into clam. So just open that knee, ankles together for 2. Again, great for glute strength. 3, 4. Keep pushing through that elbow on the mat. 5. Don't sink into that shoulder. 6. Keep the hips forward. 7. 8. Then we're doing parallel clam, foot lifts as well for 1, 2. So as you're doing this, the knee is still facing forward. The knee isn't facing upwards, it's facing forwards. So just bear that in mind. Trying not to sink into that shoulder. So again, keep pushing. And then we're going to go for circles from the hip. For 3, 4, keep the leg bent. 5, reverse the circle for 1, 2, 3, big circles, 4, 5, then some rotations. Tap the knee, tap the foot, tap the knee, tap the foot. So rotate from the hip. This is really great for that hip strength and mobility in the hips. Tap the knee, tap the foot, rotating from the hip the whole time. And then you're going to come up, take a stretch. Again, that will feel like a nice intense stretch down the side of the body. And let's swap over. So coming onto that forearm, elbow under the shoulder, lift your ribs and your torso away from the mat, bend the knees, hips stacked, hips facing forward. So standard clam, foot stays together for 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep pushing through that elbow, thinking about your posture the whole time. 1 more. Then parallel clam for 1. Keep that knee facing forward. 2, 3. Really working into the glutes. 4, 5. Keep thinking about posture. 6, 7, 8. Now drawing that circle for 1, 2, 3, 4. And reverse it for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and rotate. Tap the knee, tap the foot, rotating from the hip. Again, thinking about your posture, hips facing forward, and take that stretch. Reaching over. Good. And then come up to a kneeling position. Take your right foot forward. And then we're going to push that right knee forward, stretching out the left hip flexor. And just keep those shoulders relaxed. And then take the arms up. Right arm opens to open out that chest. Again, rotation for the spine, which is really good for the back. Back to center. And then let's stretch out the hamstrings. So keep the bottom high. You might need a slight bend in the knee, that's fine. So short hamstrings really put a lot of pressure on the lower back. It's not just about the core, it's really building flexibility into those hamstrings as well. And again, relax your shoulders, keep the spine long. Let's swap sides, left foot forward. Push that left knee forward, feeling the stretch in the right hip flexor. This is a great stretch if you are seated a lot. And then take the arms up, relax the shoulders. Left arm opens it, rotate the spine. And close. And then straighten the left leg, toe up towards the sky. And breathe. You might find one side is a lot more inflexible than the other. It's very rare that we're completely balanced both sides. And coming up and out of that. And then come back to 4-point kneeling. We're going to take the right arm and left knee out to the side for 2. Bellies in. 3. Out to the side. 4. Leg stays bent. 5. 6. 7. One more. 8. Good. Other side. Left hand, right leg, belly in for 1. 2. Keep looking down at the mat. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. Good. And now we're going to round the back as we drop the bottom, thinking of your spine like a wave. As you come forward, lower the belly, chest through, head up, and round back. And lower the belly, chest through, head up. So the bottom is going back and down towards the feet, and then it's coming forward. So a moving cat-cow, again, great for the back. Spine flexibility is so important to avoid back pain. Round in the back. And then round the back forward, lower the belly, chest through as you come back. Round the back forward, lowering the belly, head up as you move back. Round the back, drop the head, lowering the belly as you move back. Round the back. And then come round to a seated position, crossing the legs. And then take an inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, twist, look behind you. Opposite hands, the opposite knee. Inhale, center. Grow tall through the spine. Exhale, look behind you. Come back to center. Big circles with the head. Thank you so much for joining me. Please press subscribe. Hit the like button. Let me know how you feel after this video. Thank you so much and have a beautiful day.